Well, you're here. You made hi, good morning. Good morning, namaste. It is Monday, July 6th here in Denver, Colorado. And thank you for joining me for chair yoga. I do have a student with me in studio this morning, and we're gonna work nice and easy, pretty gentle class today. And I'm gonna show you a breath technique that I thought of on the way down here. I don't know where you are in the world, but here in Denver and Colorado, we're gonna have a very hot week. Yeah, I don't know if you've heard. Claudia hadn't heard. By the weekend, it's supposed to get up to almost 100 degrees perhaps. So yeah, and we have ways of cooling ourselves down and ways of staying, in our space of air conditioning or swamp cooler like we have here at Karma. And exactly that, a swamp cooler breath technique is what I call it. It's actually called Sit Ali, but I will teach it to you as we get started this morning, and it will help cool your body. All right. So find your chair, please. Find a seat. We want a chair that has all four legs, and we want to bring all four corners of the feet to the floor as we have a seat. So move back just a tad so you can see my feet. So we want the heels down just as much as the fronts of the feet. Sorry. And go ahead and feel that both feet are touching the floor, both heels. If you need to adjust your seat, your sits bones, you can scooch forward, scooch right in the middle. Just want to have that connection of our feet to the floor and place our hands to the knees. Sit up nice and tall. So if you're leaning into the back of your chair, please peel the back away just for this breath technique. Using the belly and the back muscles and reaching crown of head up towards the sky. Now you can close the eyes, or if it's not comfortable for you to close the eyes, you can just take a soft gaze down. And begin to move your awareness from your feet, up the legs, the shins, up to the knees, and feel where your hands are touching your body. Give a little gentle press of the palms into the knees here, and that will help lengthen the spine. So maybe grow a bit taller through the spine. Keeping your chin nice and level. We'll just slow the breath down to begin. Taking a deep, slow, smooth breath in. And a deep, slow, smooth breath out. And a few more like that. All awareness inward, and all awareness to the breath. Good. Now, just sweetly bring your hands to your heart, please. And in prayer, palms to touch, thumbs touching the sternum or the chest. Keep that length in your spine. And we'll set an intention for our practice. And if nothing occurs to you of something you want to bring your mind's eye to as we practice today, calm, right? Utilizing the breath to calm the body and calm the nervous system is the easiest tool, the way to access our center and the way to access our calm. So just take some acknowledgement here that we can utilize the breath to slow down the thoughts and to release anxiety. It is very helpful. There's a lot of science behind this. Good. And then just let the hands drop to the lap and let the chin drop down, just nice and easy. Breathe your eyes open and bring your gaze back forward. And now I'll teach this amazing breath technique that hopefully you'll be able to utilize. You can just have the hands back to knees or flip the palms up towards the sky. Now, it's an exhalation to start. So we let all the air release from the lungs. And then we taco the tongue. So we make the tongue like a taco shell and inhale. Exhale through the nose. And try it again. If you can't do this taco with the tongue, there is another way to access this cooling breath, Sit Ali. You can kind of clench the teeth together like you're growling or just lightly touching the teeth together, opening up the mouth like you're grinning and inhale. Can you feel the cool air? And exhale through the nose. Now the recommendation is the first one I showed you, the taco tongue, because when we lightly touch the teeth together and create this face, like the lips pulled back, it does create a little bit of tension in the jaw, and that's what we want to avoid. So if you can, please do the taco tongue. Just do a couple more here. Exhaling all the air out. Breathe together. Taco the tongue and inhale. Exhale through the nose. And one more like that. Taco tongue, if possible. And exhale. All right, so that's what I call swamp cooler breathing. I don't know, because I have a swamp cooler at home as well, and as does Claudia. Here in Colorado, air conditioning is important, but swamp cooler is just as good. We just said it, it's just as good. All right, peel the back away, please, if you're leaning into the chair, and let's open the chest and lift the chin just ever so slightly, just eyeballs up towards the sky as you breathe in. And as you exhale, scoop and round. Feel that you're contracting your belly here. Good. A few more. Inhale, lift and open your chest. Exhale, scoop and round. Tuck the belly, chin. Good. Inhale, lift and open. Exhale, scoop and round. Good. One more. Inhale, lift and open your chest. Exhale, scoop and round. Feel the strength. Good, then roll up, rise up, feel that you're stacking the vertebra. Good, and we'll bring the arms nice and wide to begin. Yeah, and just take a reach and a stretch away, fingertips from the heart, each side. Good, breathe in. And as you exhale, bring the palms together, scoop and round, same thing. Inhale, rise up, pull your hands to heart. We're gonna use the back muscles. Inhale, open up the arms. Exhale, scoop and round. Inhale, roll up, rise up, straight in the center, hands to heart. One more. Inhale, open. This is warming after we cooled. And inhale, hands back to heart, please. Awesome. Good. Bring your fingertips, interlace them, and pull your elbows together, and we'll roll out these wrists. And as you do this, just think about smoothness. And loosen up the grip of the fingers. Smooth out the joint on both wrists. Both. Good. Reverse directions. Nice and easy, nice and slow. Good. And we haven't done this one in a while. This one's kind of fun. We're going to do kind of this wave with the hands. Yeah. As you kind of lift, this will get into the shoulders a little bit more, whatever kind of movement is watery to you. And then maybe for the brain, go in the opposite direction. I know. Good. All right, good. Bring the palms to touch and prayer, and open your hands like a book and roll the fingertips towards you and around. So again, this is a wrist stretch. So you're gently pressing the backs of the hands into the backs of the hands as you roll. Good. And then bring the palms to touch. Open the hands towards the earth. Backs of hands to backs of hands. Fingertips towards the floor, towards your heart. And roll all the way around. This one's more challenging for the mind. Great job. And then you just keep going. And if you get lost, because you do, you just open the hands towards the floor once again. Backs of hands. Fingertips down towards the heart. Yep. It's like you're rolling towards yourself. You got it. It's not easy, but so good for the brain. Yep, just like that. Claudia's got it. Sometimes slowing it down can help. Good. And then gently come back to center. Let's let the arms just float up, reach up to a cactus. And as you inhale, just open up the chest. So bring the elbows back, hands back. And as you exhale, bring your forearms together. Good. A couple more. Inhale, open. We're going to do just lots of sweet breathing. Yeah, if you can do only one arm, just be gentle with your shoulders. Again. Good. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Good. And then bring the hands back down to the knees. They might feel really warm. And we're going to lift, take them back and down. Lift, back and down. Yeah, one more. Good. Let's move the opposite direction. So take the shoulders back, up, and forward. And this one we want to get a little more like kind of that wave motion. Working with water element today. And the calming nature of water. Right? Good. All right. Lift the crown of the head, sit up as tall as you possibly can. Okay. Press the feet into the floor. Press your hands into your knees. Okay. Feel that you're strengthening your belly here. You're just going to scoop and round the hands to knees. Good. Feel that you're contracting those low belly muscles, and then roll up, rise up, contracting the back. Good. Pull the belly in strong. Inhale, lift, and just a couple more. Just strengthening that watery part of us, the belly. Inhale, lift, and open. Connecting with your center, connect with your belly, your navel, and lift. Let's do one more. Scoop and round. Feel the contraction. Feel the connection. And lift and open. Awesome. We can't do music. It just doesn't sound right. So Claudia had a good question. When we're filming these classes and streaming them online, if there's music in the background, it sounds like it's in a tin box. It's very tinny, is the best description I can think of. Yeah. And you can still hear my voice, but it just doesn't sound like music at all. It just sounds like noise that's trapped. So yeah, we just learn. We adapt to teaching without music, which is okay with me so far. So, all right, let's move to the lower body. Take the hands to the hips. If you have arms on your chair, you can take your hands to your chair to brace yourself. Sit up nice and tall, press into your left foot and lift your right leg right out in front of you. Yes, good. Feel that quad, and then gently point the toe. And then, right, it doesn't matter. We'll do both sides. Gently point and flex, and gently point and flex. Good, let's spin it around in a couple circles and reverse in a couple circles. Good, and then bend up this knee, and if you can, interlace fingers here or your shin, whichever works better for you. Sit up nice and tall. Now this is a great stretch. Take a big breath in. And pull your knee into your chest. This is for the back of your leg, the hamstring, right? Also, let the leg come away. Hold on to it, strength of your arms. Sit up tall, breath in. Exhale, pull the knee in. Good. Let's roll out the ankle here, just for good measure, just to loosen up all the joints today. All right. Let's move into the hips. Take your ankle to your knee and let the knee fall, okay? Now, hips are part of that watery part of us. So let's feel into the stretch of it. Yeah, if you want, you can take that foot and circle it around if that feels nice. Good. And then keep just a little gentle flexion in that ankle. Sit up nice and tall and maybe hinge forward just slightly, feeling that stretch in that outer right hip here. Let the right hand maybe press the knee down gently. And allow for something to open here, from the low back, from the hip to the low ribs. Let that part get a little gentle stretch, some space. Good. And then go ahead and round. Remember the scooping, belly button towards the spine and roll up, rise up nice and easy, nice and slow. The shoulders and the head. Yeah. Release this right foot down and hands back to hips or the arm of the chair. Sit up nice and tall. Now press into right foot and lift your left leg. First, we want to just feel that the quad is engaged. Toes are straight up. Take a breath in. And then gently start to point and flex. Oh, so good. Point. And flex. And just a couple circles. Move it around. Other direction. Always good. Good. And then bend up the knee. Same thing. Interlace fingers wherever you can grab. And lift the chest. Take a big breath in here. And squeeze the knee in. A little compression is a good thing. Stretch. Good. Release the knee away. Lift the heart. Take a breath in. And then pull. Hopefully you feel something, right? And then let's just roll out the ankle here. Loosen it up. And then set the ankle onto the knee. Sit up nice and tall, nice and easy. Maybe a little pressure with this left hand to left knee. And if you want, you can even roll it out here. Yeah. Good. All right, with a gentle flexion, so we're not pointing, we're not flexing hard, just right in between. Sit up tall and just slightly start to forward fold until you feel that stretch of the outer left hip, even into the low back. Yeah. And draw your awareness to that space. So feel your quadratus. I know it's let's just call it left upper hip into low back. Yeah. So where the hip and the ribs get more space away from each other. Good. One more breath here. Good. And then scoop and round. Remember, we want to feel the vertebra stack until we lift the head last. Good. And gently release this leg. Good. Let's pat the feet out. Get some energy into those legs. Good. All right. Let's go scooch ourselves just a tiny bit forward. So the sits bones are about midway onto our seat here. And toe heel the feet wide. Okay. And then find that the toes are pointing away. So from the heel to the toes, you have a little bit of an angle. Yeah, perfect. And then start to take the right foot or left, it doesn't matter, we'll do both sides, longer. So toe heeling it away. And if you can, get a little bit straighter. You should feel a stretch through that inner thigh. Okay, yeah, you look perfect, it looks perfect. Gentle pressure in left foot and gentle pressure in right foot. Even if the foot's turned out, it's okay. The point is sitting up tall, shoulders stack over the hips, and maybe this left hand comes to left knee. We straighten out the arm so that we're pressing into the knee a little bit. Yeah, and then lift and straighten your right arm best you can. Good. Now start to open the chest. So reach away with right hand. And then if you have balance and you feel stable, lift left arm. Take your gaze over your left fingers, if possible, for your neck. And just feel your power and your strength here as you breathe. And focus your awareness on those fingertips. Good. One more breath, I know. Most challenging pose we can do in our chair. Good, and release, maybe, I don't know. Good, toe heel this foot back in, but keep the feet wide. This is a good place to start, even with the hands to the knees. And then take your left leg long, either toe heel or just slide it if you can. And again, if the foot is not like mine, where it's kind of outer edge glued down, I have a lot of ankle flexion here. So it's okay if the foot's a little bit lifted or the toes are away. That is okay. Just bring your awareness to your spine. See how I'm kind of leaning to the right? I come to center. So I'm stacking my shoulders over hips. Feel into this right hand to right knee. Press in a little bit, maybe straighten out this right arm, and then lift left arm. Warrior 2, okay? And if you feel stable here, okay, through the feet, hips, spine, reach your both arms best you can. And if possible, take your gaze over your index finger and your middle finger of right hand. And as you feel you're reaching away from the heart, that's important here. Expansion, right? And then feeling into your power of your legs, your feet, and your seat, hips. Good, one more breath. And then just gently release the arms down. Do we feel more powerful? Do we feel more strong, right? Good, toe heel the feet back, nice and easy, nice and slow. Good, and we will stand up if you're able to join me. Just a few standing poses today to get a little bit more into the hips. And Claudia may or may not join us, so it's up to you today. Take your time. The goal here, though, when we stand up, and each and every activity we do throughout our day, this can be very helpful. Pressing down through both feet and rising up with both feet. Good. And then just taking a slow turn around. And we'll go into that same idea. So when we're washing the dishes or doing simple tasks around the house, we can always come to Tadasana and feel into our strength, into our power, okay? Let your hands just rest gently onto the back of the chair. Look down at your feet and see that they're right underneath your hips, okay? And all 10 toes are pointing forward. And if they're not, do your best to get them to point forward, okay? Now, bend both knees ever so gently. Press through your feet and lift. Straighten out the legs and feel more length. So the legs are strong. You're almost kind of squeezing them together gently. Firing up the legs, belly is strong. Tail points down ever so slightly. Yeah, you can take hand to belly and hand to low back and feel that the belly is a little bit engaged, right? And this helps to spiral the ribs. We're just moving up the body. Spiral the ribs up and in, the front ribs will lift your heart. This is our Tadasana pose. So really what Tadasana is good posture. And what our mother always says, sit up straight, don't hunch over, right? So this is all we're practicing today. Now, if you can, close the eyes. Keeping the chin level and that engagement of thought, that engagement of awareness throughout the body, from the bottoms of your feet up through the crown of your head. And because the hands are resting on the chair, you can relax your shoulders, relax your elbows, and stand in your strength. And stand in experience. All that you've experienced can be helpful to others. Good. Now we'll take this stability and we'll utilize it for a little side body stretch here. So everyone bend your knees and then stand up nice and tall. Good. Let's reach the right arm up to the sky. Palm faces in. Good. Take a big breath in. Reach from the ribs up through the fingertips and then just take it on over to the side. Good. Feel a gentle stretch. You can look down, keep the head neutral, or look up. Bring the head back to neutral and reach up, stretch up. Good. Now bring this right hand down to right side body. Create a soft fist with this right hand and the thumb points in towards the leg. Yep, just like that. Now lean onto your left foot, standing up nice and tall and straight. Just gently lift your right leg into that right hand. Good. Feel that you're pressing that soft fist into the outside of your thigh and you're pressing the thigh into the fist. You can have the toe down and the ball of the foot down. Find your gaze and take one more breath here. Maybe lift a little higher. Challenge yourself. Good. And then come back. Really good. That's your lateral, that's side body, right? Place the hand, right hand to the chair. Find that stability in the legs by bending both knees, pressing through all four corners of the feet. Stand up tall. Reach and stretch your left arm up to the sky best you can. If it's out in front of you, that's okay. Take a big breath in. Reach, reach, reach through the ribs. And then take it on over your head to the right. And again, you can kind of feel through the head, the neck, looking down or neutral or up. Good. And then bring the head to neutral and reach up, up, up. And then let this arm come all the way down for that soft fist on this side. So gentle. The thumb side to the thigh. Shift your weight into your right foot now. Find a little balance. Chin is level. Everything's still tall like Tadasana. And then lift this left leg into the left fist. Good. You can have the toe down. Feel that you're balanced and your gaze is at one spot, and maybe lift a little bit higher. Take another breath in. And another breath out. Release. Come back to center. Yeah. Good. Maybe shake it out. Let it go a little bit. Good. We'll move into just a tiny bit more into our hips. Again, our hips, our belly, this whole area here regulates digestion, our elimination, everything happens kind of in this area. So that's our focus today. Let's go wider with the feet. So I call this A, if you've been following along. It's just about shoulder width apart. And if the toes want to turn out, that's totally fine, depending on your hips. Now, start to lift your heels just to warm up the calves and Achilles, strengthen the ankles, and lower. Good, just a few more. Lift, try to be even, and lower. Add the breath. Inhale as you lift, exhale as you lower. Good, one more. Exhale. Good, now one hand to the thigh, other hand to the thigh. If you have the balance, be tall. Press the palms into the thighs here. Stand up as tall as you can. Now, you can bring the palms back to the chair, or you can try this today without hands. Just leaning into the balls of the feet. So we're not hinging at the hips at all. Just one piece of body leaning into all 10 toes. Press the toes down. And then lean just gently back into the heels and lift the toes if possible. Yeah. Good. Snap, crackle, pops are good. Lean forward. That means we're breaking things up, yeah? And lean into the heels, lift the toes. These are your arches of your feet that we're strengthening. Let's go one more time, yeah. And I can visually see Claudia's, when she leans into her heels and lifts her toes, I can see her arches defined, right? It's very cool. You can't see it on yourself maybe, but I can see it. Good. All right, come back to center and just feel into that stability of having the feet wider. Okay, we're gonna do this once again. Press your left hand into your left leg. Reach and stretch your right arm up to the sky. And it's a slow reach up over your head. Slide your left hand down your leg. And a gentle rise up. Inhale. Let's go one more time. Exhale over to the left. Side body stretch. Good. Inhale, come back to center. And release this right arm down. Awesome job. Feel into the stability of the legs, through the spine, through crown of head. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, slide it over, slide right hand down. Inhale, come back to center. A little bit of work through the ribs, obliques. Exhale over, you got it. Inhale, come back to center. Good, and release. Awesome job. All right, one more balance, friends. All right, bring the hands to back of chair. Reset your feet underneath your hips for Tadasana feet. Good. Now, we did this and it worked out really well, right? Okay, so we're gonna go leaning onto left foot and bring right leg out to the side, just ever so gently. Bring it back in, tap, and lift out in front of us. Ooh, good, core, good, tap, lift out, outer hip, squeeze, tap, and bring knee up. Good. Let's go 2 more. Lift. I know, it can get a little crampy because we don't use those muscles very often. Good. Let's go 1 more. Lift out to the side, tap, and bring the belly in and the knee up. Good. All right. I made it through one side. I can do the other. All right. Shift your weight to right foot and lift straight out to the side. Feel that squeeze. Tap. Bring your knee in front of you. Strong core. Good. Tap. Lift the leg out. Tap. Lift the leg forward. Good. Tap. Lift the leg out. Nice and slow. Tap. Forward. And I think 1 more will have us even. Lift. Gentle tap. And bring it forward. All right. Very good. All right. Shake it all about. With the heels, yep, let's come on back to our chair and have a seat here. Great job. All right, so when we work that outer hip space and it kind of goes, ooh, those are muscles that I didn't use last week or maybe over the weekend, then we're gonna do that same stretch to help us out with that. So press into your left foot and bring your right knee into your chest once again. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, pull the knee in. Good. Now a little gentle flexion back to figure 4. Ankle to the knee, sit up tall, and maybe fold forward. And just see if it feels different or if it's just more of a release. And if it's not, just tell your body this is a release from our strengthening. Good. And then scoop the belly, roll up, rise up nice and slow. Good. And let's just move into our twist from here because this is a great place to have our spinal twist. Slide the right hand down or arm hand to arm of chair. And actually, let's open up the arm. Take a big breath in as you reach left arm long. As you exhale, it's okay. We'll do both sides. Just reach across the body. Sit up tall as the hand touches. Yes. And then open the shoulders. Yes. Good. Yeah. And just feel the ribs wrapping around those organs. Take the gaze maybe to the corners of your eye. There's eye yoga. Right? Strengthening the eyes. Feel your strength as you breathe in again. And as you exhale, just come on back to center. Just take a little baby counter twist to the left, opposite direction, turn the foot, and come back to center. All right, yeah. Come on down with that foot. All right, press into right foot and lift your left knee this time. Interlace the fingers wherever you can grab. Take a big breath in. Pull in, squeeze. This is the stretching aspect. And then ankle to knee, but once again for figure 4. Sit up nice and tall and maybe start to fold forward just gently. And again, it's a release. It's a stretch for our back, hip, sometimes inner thigh, hamstring. Do the best you can. Good, and then scoop and round. Use the belly strength to come on up. And keep this hand, you can slide it down to the hip or slide it down to the arm of the chair. Reach and stretch your right arm long, opposite arm. And bring it all the way across your body to the opposite knee. Once the hand touches, sit up as tall as possible. Open your shoulders. And move the eyeballs to the corners of your eyes, the gaze. And that will strengthen the optic nerve. One more breath. Good, and then gently untwist, and a little gentle baby twist to the opposite direction. Wow. Good. Come back to center, please, and release the foot. All right. Let's pat it out. Shake out the hands a little bit. Good. We move into just a tiny bit more for our shoulders. So shoulders are a really good indicator of our overall health, right? So just bringing the mind into both shoulders and bringing this idea of synovial fluid, allowing them to be fluid, just like other joints, right? Just like the ankles, the wrists. Just bring some fluidity into those parts. Good. Good. And do the best you can for this next portion. I'm just going to open up these shoulders just a little bit more. Now, reach and stretch your arms long like wings. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, just reach across your body. So whichever arm comes on top, it doesn't matter. Just look down and see which one it is. Mine's my right. Now, hug the elbows down into your chest and drop your chin down. So you're feeling some sense of compression, some sense of engagement. Okay. Breathe here. Even closing the eyes is lovely. Good. And then gently lift the chin and open the arm very slow. As you reach away from your heart, take a big breath in. This time the left arm is going to come on top. So opposite arm on top. Reach for opposite shoulder. And lift the spine, take a breath in. And as you exhale, pull the elbows down and maybe drop the chin towards the chest. And just feel that you're hugging inward to midline. Everything's hugging. You can gently squeeze the palms on the shoulders. Just feel. Close the eyes. Good. And then gently and slowly open up the arms, open up the eyes, lift the chin. Take a breath in as you reach away. And stay for exhale. Just soften shoulders and elbows. Good. And then just float, float, float the arms up. Best you can. Just let them float. Good. Let the elbows bend and the shoulders relax. Palms and fingertips kind of face towards one another above your head. Yeah. Take a big breath in. And exhale, open up the arms like cactus. Or do the best you can. Breathe in here. Pull the elbows down a little bit more. And stay for exhale. Good. We'll go one more time. Inhale, reach and stretch your arms. Good. Exhale, bend up the elbows. Good. Inhale, lift your heart. Pull the elbows down a little bit. And stay for exhale. Shoulders along the back. Good. And then just release and relax the hands back to the knees. Do your best to bring your awareness, your mind back down into the feet. Let all four corners of the feet touch the floor. Now, bring your awareness up the shins to the knees and feel that your hands are connected. Yeah, peel your back away just for this last breath technique. Moving into cat-cow, just once again. Lifting the heart, lifting the gaze. Take a breath in. As you exhale, scoop and round the belly. Good. Inhale, lift and open your heart. Exhale, scoop and round your belly. Good. One more. Inhale, lift and open your heart. For the spine. Exhale, scoop and round. Good. Rise up nice and easy, nice and slow. All right. You can stay right where you are with the hands to the knees. You can even slide them up so that the elbows are a little more relaxed in towards the ribs. Yeah. Even winging them out a little bit, the chicken dance. You can also sit back in your chair. If you've had enough with the core and with utilizing those back muscles, you can take a little scooch back. And not as important now to have the heels to the floor for final meditation, although it is helpful for that grounding sensation. Now, I'm going to guide you through a meditation that is all about releasing. And we'll use the visuals today. Keep your chin nice and level, relax. Close the eyes or a soft gaze, allowing the eyelids to be heavy. Let your jaw relax. Let your tongue release from the roof of mouth. You can wiggle the bottom jaw away from top jaw. It can be helpful. And then leave it there in the center. Allow the breath to flow smoothly in and out through your nose. Now, on our journey here, we come upon a river, even a tumultuous stream, a heavier running stream today, maybe. There's rocks, there's logs, the water is rushing. This water is churning up the mud. So when we look down at this churning cloudiness in the water, we bring this visualization right in front of us. Whether we see twigs or pieces of grass or any debris in the water. And we bring this visual right in front of us, as if there was a piece of glass at this river stream. Take a little walk downriver, where the water becomes less tumultuous, calmer. And the debris, the twigs, the grasses, they all start to settle at the bottom. And we look again, it's right here in our vision. The clean, clear, calm water, just drifting, subtly bubbling over rocks. And see now, as we look from above, that the water is clear, crisp, almost creating a perfect reflection. Just slight ripples in that reflection. And we go down a bit further to where it opens up into a lake. There's no boats, there's no one around, it's just a clear lake. Very still. And the ripples in the water represent our thoughts. And anytime we toss a pebble or create the tumultuousness of the water, that ripple effect just spreads until it again appears still. And you can always come back to the still lake. The clarity of the water, and the clarity of thought. And you can bring into vision any reflection you choose. Trees, sun, or the moon. And you just sit with this clarity. And that is the practice. The quiet spots. Good. Just keeping your eyes closed and taking a deep breath in, just moving our awareness back into the body. Maybe one more deep breath in. And deep breath out. Good. Let your hands just float and drift, palms to touch, and let them come to your heart space. This is a place where you can always come to your stream, your river, your still lake to find that peace and calm. Don't forget about our swamp cooler breathing. It's called Sit Ali, S-I-T-A-L-I. It's very cooling. Good. Now just allow the chin to dip in ever so slightly towards your heart space. And in gratitude for this day, in gratitude for this practice and all the teachers before me, I bow to each of you for joining me in your chair today, in your home, and here in studio. Namaste. Thank you so much here from all of us at Karma, and for Claudia for making her way all the way to the studio, no matter what's going on in our lives. Finding the time to practice is always very beneficial. So my goal is to help you feel better and to help you feel more calm in this tumultuous times. Yes. Namaste. And peace, right? Thank you. Oh, peace, Elsie. I'm so glad you found it again. We had a little bit of a misinformation as we transitioned back to the studio being open. I misunderstood. Katrina and I, the owner, had a conversation, and I didn't think we were still going to offer chair yoga, but I'm so grateful that she has chosen to keep it. Yeah. And I know Elsie is, and I know Claudia is, and Mary, if you're with us, thank you so much. And I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful week, everyone. Namaste.
Thank you. I have to put my order. Can they hear me?
There we go.